see that. On my head is real good, we don't need your feedback. They clear the way with my crew coming through. What I do, lace up the shoe.
Hey everybody, it's the coach. This is a special edition of the Divisional Round Playoffs on EA Sports. On deck, we've got what should be a great matchup between the Detroit Lions and the Philadelphia Eagles. I'll join you again at halftime to look at some of these stats and scores from earlier this afternoon. But for now, it's Sunday Night Football. And on the call, as always, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Coach, thank you. We have playoff football and bone-chilling playoff football at that in the city of brotherly love at Lincoln Financial Field. Ahead, we'll decide the second entrant to next week's NFC title game as we've got a great one in store between the Detroit Lions and the Philadelphia Eagles. Hello, everyone. As the postseason continues here on EA Sports, we're pleased to bring it to you. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Godden. And who has the edge here? You got one side that had some extra rest, but another comes in off a win last week in the wild card round.
And it's funny, depending on which team you are, you say that that's an advantage. You'll take the rest. You'll take the week off. Get your guys healed up a little bit and ready to go. But that team that's coming in off of a win last week, they're really excited to keep playing. They feel like they are hot and ready to go.
The fourth and final ticket to the conference championship round. We'll know soon enough as we are underway here on a January afternoon. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive. They'll be led out by a former Pro Bowl quarterback out of the University of Georgia, Matthew Stafford.
Matthew Stafford is a big-arm guy who's learned how to temper some of his throws. Actually has added a lot more touch and accuracy as his career has gone along. Big-time confidence in his arm, though. Any throw you want, he can make it.
For the first time with Johnson. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down.
All right, Brad, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
From the 35 on second down, Stafford. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes and they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. On second and 11 now. Stafford. He's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out, you see, and get a...
Oh, a hit. He lost the football. Stafford puts it on the ground.
On plays like this, where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from it. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at the 20. Working from the gun, Wentz. And complete to Zach Ertz. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on 1st down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a 2nd and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. Up at the 29 now, they'll head to the line, 2nd and a yard. First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Wentz. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. A good pickup there of 20 yards. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Pretty good results here on the 1st down run as he takes this forward for about 6. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They'll go option on 2nd down, right side. Now it's Sproles. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll bring up a 3rd down. They'll go option to the short side. He pitches it. And he's going to come up a few yards short of the 1st. They get him to the ground at the 37. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a 4th down.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing him further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 10 yards there and an Eagle 1st down. Remember, that was 4th and a full 2 yards. There's a big difference between that and 4th and maybe 6 inches or a yard.
Yeah, you're exactly right, because when it's at 6 inches, you just fall forward and you pick it up, right? You just go quarterback sneak. But having to move bodies, that means you actually have to execute because they know what you're going to do. How are you going to make the right play call and get everyone into the right spot and win at the line of scrimmage? That's what they did there.
And perhaps now close to the first points of this divisional round game as it's 1st and goal. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play.
And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Well, these guys have won 3 straight ball games and another good start to this one out to the 6-0 lead.
And I've talked with so many different coaches, as have you along the way, and they always talk about winning streaks and the mood of a team and how much easier it is to actually prepare during that time. Guys are sharp, guys are focused, everyone's feeling good, and we're seeing it early in this one.
This one fielded at the 5. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. They trail here early in this division round game as they seek a spot in the NFC title bout. Faking the give to Johnson. Now it's Stafford. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage.
Not too many teams will use a first-round pick on a tight end, so you know that when one does, he's got to be pretty darn special.
A small example of why they took him in the first round there. A nice little catch and run to get the good yardage. Now to Galladay on the jet sweep, and that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. After 7-0 on EA Sports. The Lions with the football here to begin the second quarter as they've got it 2nd down and 11. On 2nd and 11 now. Stafford. Amendola's got it. Complete. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. Only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Throwing is Stafford. Now they go screen. It's complete. 5 yards on the pickup, and they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. 3rd and long. It's Stafford. Screen play, Johnson. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. Well, you can see what they wanted to do. They wanted to set up the screen there, but it got blown up.
It's hard to run that play if you're not getting a lot of pressure at the quarterback because the space doesn't open up. They were able to read that one and slow it down and stop it before they could get a 1st down.
The Eagles offense now gets set to head back onto the field. Now they'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. Means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
Philadelphia picking up the first on a gain of 15. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Throwing now is Wentz. That's caught by Jackson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
Give him 19 there as the drive marches forward. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. To throw is Wentz. To the reception made by Alshon Jeffrey. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. 8 more yards this time coming off back-to-back 1st down pickups. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Wentz escaping the pressure right. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the 1st.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, though, if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Jalen Reeves-Maybin coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Now Wentz. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. They couldn't contain Deshaun Hand that time as he gets home for the sack. Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack. Shotgun now for Wentz. He's going to fire one deep over the middle, and that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion, and to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle is going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th, and the Lions will take over. Well, their first 4th down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any 4th down stop is a big momentum play.
Now this throw caught left side. 20! Touchdown, Detroit! Marvin Jones, 47 yards, as they are now on the board here in the 1st half.
All the receivers in the league are plenty good enough, otherwise they wouldn't make it in the NFL. But the ones that go to the Pro Bowl, they have refined route running ability.
Extra point good by Prater. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And we are tied at 7. This will be fielded at the 6. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave him great field position, turned it to 6. And got his man complete. A very solid gain of 27. So the defense blitzed. A nice job picking that up, completing the pass.
And how in sync was the quarterback in his center on that play? They saw the blitz, made the appropriate calls, got the line engaged because now they know there are going to be extra guys coming at the quarterback, so they got their assignments down pat and kept them away from him, and he's able to step up in the pocket and fire one now for a really good strike.
We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. Wentz on target there to Jeffrey, and it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 24-yard line. Alshon Jeffrey so dangerous even when a defender's near him.
He's got such a big body, ability to run, positions himself well, excellent control, and you're exactly right. Even if people are draped on him, he often comes up with the catch. He really symbolizes what people are looking for in receivers in today's NFL.
The pitch now to Sproles, and the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. Back-to-back runs that have been stacked up.
Yeah, and now you got to say to yourself, what do we go to try and get this running game going?
Looking for Jeffrey, and it's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. He's got the lane, and there he goes. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. I don't know who all is to blame there, but I love seeing pick sixes.
Nothing like seeing someone pluck it out of the air and go the other way and see people try to change directions. Hard to do.
Prater for the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Out comes Christian McCaffrey with the rest of the offense. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe.
Looking for Aguilar, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Coleman.
You're trailing, you're trying to get points late in the half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side. With nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Stafford, and the pressure gets to him again. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. After the sack, Stafford and the Lions come up on a 3rd and long situation. Stafford going to give this one off to Johnson. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that. And we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Already ready at the line. This Philly offense set to go. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if they do decide to try and make a play, we know what the basics are. You run draw, you run screen. I would maybe run a little swing pass and try and get my lineman out in space and see if they can chop a hole into the secondary and see if he can run a little bit.
And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. And just like that, on we head to half number 2. A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. Out come the Eagles now as they'll go on offense first here in the third quarter. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and if we kept having a rough patch, he said, but you got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Wentz now on first down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. McCaffrey.
That was a really nice run there to bring up 3rd and short. After the incompletion on first down, it's awfully nice to have a running back that you can hand it to and put you back in a good situation.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll try and pick it up by running the option to the right. A pitch back. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle first down. That one definitely helps as they try to push the ball down the field here, trailing early in the third quarter.
And even though they're trailing, not abandoning the running game. People may call it an adjustment. I think it's just much more sticking to what works for you and continuing to have faith in it. And the running game is starting to pay off.
They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
Hey, empty.
On 2nd down, McCaffrey. Romeo Okwara in on the tackle.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll try to run with McCaffrey, and he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. Wentz. And this is caught for a touchdown. Now hold everything here. Flag in the backfield. This one might be coming back. So reverse the celebration. We'll see if they have something else in their bag of tricks.
And isn't that always tough to watch when they score and you see the excitement and then when they realize those points aren't going to count? Can they get it back together?
And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. A 16-yard touchdown, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game.
Partner, remember that old film of Peyton Manning going through the route tree with his great receivers in Indianapolis? I think we're seeing the results of the same type of work here today. These guys know each other so well, they don't even have to call the play. They can just look each other and know the route that's going to be run, and usually the connection is perfect.
This one taken from the 7. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a bit.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Zach Brown able to drop him that time for his second sack of the evening.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time
and he's going to go down again. Zach Brown bringing the pressure yet again. That's his 3rd sack here tonight. After the sack, Stafford and the Lions come up on a 3rd and long situation. A shotgun snap for Stafford. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. They get 12 yards back, but it still leads to a 4th and long.
What a catch and one-handed, and I'm starting to lose my awe about the play, and maybe I shouldn't. How much of this is the player? How much of it is the glove?
Well, those gloves, they do have a little grip to them,
They
don't
get a
they?
little extra tackiness to them now, and I know the guys in the NFL, the competition committee, some other places, they're talking about examining those gloves to see if they're having too much of an effect on the game.
And here's a good way to kick off a drive, complete over the middle. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A big pickup there for the Eagles' first down, 18 yards. From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. Here's Wentz to throw. Completes it to Aguilar. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 10 yards there and an Eagle first down. Wentz now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Boy, nowhere to go at all on that first down run as they will get to him behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there and it's 2nd down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
2nd down. And now on the pitch, the ball's loose. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
That feels like an accumulation of the pressure we've seen all game. I mean, he's been on the turf a whole lot because of sacks. Eventually, something else happens as well, and this time it was a turnover.
Yeah, caught up to him. Following the fumble recovery, Stafford. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just 2nd down. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Stafford now to throw. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down, Stafford. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Zach Brown, make that now 4 sacks for him in tonight's ball game. Here is Matt Prater now. He's got the leg for this as he holds the NFL record with a 64-yarder back in 2013. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice. An ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this score will stay right where it is. Maybe an important 4th quarter miss as this stays a 3-point game.
Yeah, now overtime is very much in the equation here. Just what you mentioned, a 3-point game. They get a drive, put it through the posts. We could have some free football, couldn't we?
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Wentz. It's caught by Jackson. And he's taken down inside the 30. That'll put him north of 100 yards receiving now in this divisional round game. It's a first down. Wentz now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Wentz going to throw. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Darius Slay with a pick. And the return goes up to his own 17-yard line.
Well, NFL quarterbacks have learned the hard way. You're not going to get rich throwing against this guy. He's definitely too good. And this is now his 2nd interception of the ball game. And if I'm running the offense, I've got to tell my guys, you've got to go work on the other corner.
Stafford. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw again. Stafford. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. To throw is Stafford.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop it.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
They'll run with McKissick, and he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. Not at all what they envisioned on 3rd down. 3 yards in the wrong direction.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Sproles, the return. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. Carson Wentz and the Eagles make their way out to the field. And the interception that ended their previous drive, that might be one we look back on and say that was the turning point of this game.
Hey, partner, guess what? There's still time for a few more turning points in this ball game. They're only 1 score down.
Yeah, true. We could have some twists and turns. Stay tuned. 23 yards on the play. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Wentz. He'll hit Jackson, complete. It's a gain of 16 and an Eagle 1st down.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely, great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? And it's caught. 16 yards, a little deja vu from the previous play where they got 16. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think
And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. Punching it in from a yard away. And once again, the Eagles are back out in front.
Apparently the week off hasn't hurt him one bit. 1,000-yard rush in the regular season. Got his first touchdown here in the playoffs. Perhaps the week off energized him.
A great article in the paper this morning basically saying that they would not have won the division without him. And he's not their only piece, but I think that's a fair statement.
It's easy to say it this way. He's their main cog.
Back out is Matthew Stafford in the Lions offense. A field goal does him no good. They need a touchdown.
And right now, in his mind, in his memory bank, he's drawing on times that he's done this before. Not necessarily in the NFL. College, high school, pee-wee ball, wherever. Anything positive that he remembers about taking a team downfield with a chance to win, he's going to draw on that for this drive.
I'm sure that these guys live for the nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Derek Barnett in there to bury him for a loss of 11. After the sack, Stafford and the Lions come up on a 3rd and long situation. Now a play fake, and it's Stafford. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now Stafford. And no, it's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And now, goodness, possession's going to go over right at the 10-yard line. So now it may look bleak, but this one not over. They do have all 3 timeouts.
Even at this point on the field, where it looks like, you're really backed up, hold them to a field goal. That's the mantra right now. You hold them to a field goal, you still got a chance to take care of business on the other end. But you're right, the 3 timeouts are going to be key. How well they use them to preserve clock as well as stopping them, that's the key to giving them a chance to.
And he'll score! Touchdown, Eagles! Carson Wentz. His second touchdown of the night. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. Elliott good with a PAT.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside of 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
So Matthew Stafford in the offense. Down by 11. A little under a minute 50 remaining. It's certainly a tough situation on the road, needing 2 scores to stay alive in the playoffs as they come up 1st and 10. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd. On 2nd and 15 now. Stafford. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. From the gun, here's Stafford. Now a desperation throw deep downfield, and he can't quite pick it. No interception so far. That probably should have been their first, but at least it's 4th down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Now on 4th down here, that pass knocked away and incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and as a result, their playoff run may end right here. On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. The Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. Again, they run again. It's McCaffrey. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the 1st down marker, and now it's 3rd down. On the ground, McCaffrey. And he will have the 1st down before he's brought down at the 3. It's a pickup of 5, and that should just about wrap this one up.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. Well, hammering for the goal line. He loses the football.